Hello and welcome to The Print. This is Stella. A new Navy chief had just taken charge. The photograph from the ceremony contained all the ingredients of a state occasion. Admiral Krishna Swaminathan's immaculate white uniform, rows of medals earned over decades of service, and a family assembled around a moment of professional triumph. Yet, as often happens in India, the national gaze wandered away from the officer and his achievement and settled instead on a woman's body. This time, the target was Admiral Swaminathan's daughter, standing next to him, smiling and flaunting some tattoos. Within hours, the internet had done what it does best. A photograph became a Rorschach test. Some saw tattoos while others saw rebellion. Many saw evidence, somehow, of declining values, changing culture, parenting failure, and a dozen other complaints that had little to do with the woman in the frame who was almost entirely absent from the conversation. What unfolded on India's Orwellian internet over the last 2 days was never really a debate about tattoos. The country settled that argument years ago, whether it realizes it or not. Tattoos adorn our favorite stars, cricketers, corporate executives, and social media influencers. Just go to rural India. Tattoos have been tradition across communities, from central India to the northeast, for centuries. The same civilization that produced intricate traditions of body marking now behaves as though tattoos arrived in India on a flight from Los Angeles. And yet, the male gaze is one of control. The daughter of a senior military officer occupies a peculiar place in the Indian imagination. She is expected to embody a certain respectability, to perform it for the public. She is seen less as an individual than a reflection, a surface upon which society projects its expectations of family, culture, and tradition. Even in matters and moments of patriotism, Indians obsessed with nationalism don't spare women. They want to have a say in how any woman walks, talks, or behaves. This instinct is older than social media and older than the republic itself. Indian society has long treated women as repositories of collective meaning. We burden them with civilization, honor, and identity. Self appointed watchdogs control how women dress, speak, marry, and move through the world. For centuries, the female body has functioned as a public notice board onto which men and many women pin their anxieties about culture and morality. The strange thing is that the notice board is expected to remain blank unless approved by the mob. A tattoo disrupts that arrangement. Unlike clothing, which can be changed, or jewelry, which can be removed, a tattoo is permanent. It implies deliberation, commitment that someone chose this for life. For societies invested in regulating women, that is an unapproved, unsurprisingly radical move. Another patriarchal anxiety was lurking beneath the outrage over Admiral Swaminathan's photo, a particular idea of masculinity and authority. Many comments questioned the new naval chief. How could the daughter of a naval chief be inked? Why had the man of the house allowed it? For generations, Indians have romanticized the uniform as the ultimate symbol of discipline, order, and command. Many begin to assume that these qualities ought to extend beyond the parade ground and into the living room. In this fantasy, the ideal officer is supposed to protect the borders as well as command his household. But leadership is not ownership. Authority over a fleet does not confer authority over another adult's body. Yet, much of the outrage seemed rooted in a belief that a real man keeps the women in his house within prescribed boundaries, that their appearances, choices, and self expression somehow reflect the strength of his character. This parochial idea that a man's honor resides in the ability to regulate the women in his family still persists. This same society is remarkably quick to blame women for their actions or inactions. If a child succeeds, families quickly claim collective credit. But if children stray from convention, the mother is still summoned to the dock. In the photo, the admiral's wife too was flaunting a tattoo near her collarbone. The accusations then just wrote themselves. It started with, oh, she learned from her mother, to the mother should have paid more attention because the father was busy protecting the country. For all our talk of progress, the script remains stubbornly familiar. Women are the de facto custodians of culture, and when they choose to exercise freedom, they are accused of failing to protect the nation and society's values. Respectability politics, meanwhile, reveals its contradictions with lightning speed the moment a woman chooses to do what she wills with her body, from her choice to not have children, cutting her hair short, the clothes she wears, and even the color of her lipstick. And public conversations about women are so often reduced to appearance because criticizing someone's appearance is easy. It requires no effort, curiosity, or engagement with the actual person standing before us. So, a young woman's work in environmental sustainability and climate action was eclipsed by her tattoos. The eye does not go to the substance of a life, but to the surface of skin.